Merry Christmas! Good evening and welcome to Christmas 2024. How you doing? You got a Christmas? Have you got a Christmas? I've got a Christmas. There's my Christmas. So we're going to start with the things I got out of my Christmas crackers. I got a Santa hat. There's some crap, forget about that. I got a Santa, not a Santa hat, I got a Christmas hat, a Christmas crown, paper crown. I got a crocodile clip. And I got a dice for my dice collection. A die, I suppose. I got the regular old chocolate things that we get every year. I've got chocolate orange, matchmakers, Toblerone. Also got some chocolate coins, but I've eaten all them. And we got some mint Malteser mini reindeers, which are very nice. Now onto some things. I've got a book by Andrei Tarkovsky, Sculpting a Time. This is him talking about how he makes films. I'm very looking forward to read that. It's very big. I don't expect it to be quite that big, but I'm looking forward to reading that. I've got £20, which is always appreciated. And I've got the final season of Doctor Who, at least of the classic series. I've got season 26, with Battlefield, Ghostlight, Curse of Fenric and Survival. So as you can see, this entire shelf, you can't see it, but back there, that is where the Doctor Who series starts. So that's where An Unearthly Child is back there. And then it carries on all the way up here to season 25 and the movie. These are going to go in there, in that gap. And then that's it. I've got the entirety of classic Doctor Who on DVD. Or at least the entirety that's actually been released on DVD, because of course it hasn't all been released on DVD. Now we move on to the vinyl records. I've got 4 albums to talk about. These are not in order, these are just in the order that they are ordered here. I've got the Rolling Stones' Emotional Rescue. This is, I believe, a first pressing, but I'm not entirely sure. I've got Jimi Hendrix Electric Ladyland. This is definitely not a first pressing. It's a 90s one, I believe. I've got Jimi Hendrix The Cry of Love, which is, again, it is a 1971, but it's not an original, it's not a first pressing, I can't quite remember. It's like on a different label. And then we have Nucleus Roots, which is, again, this is not a this is a repressing, it's not an original. So, they're just obviously very briefly there, but I am, in the following few days, once I've listened to all of them, which that may take me a few days to do, but I'm going to try to get to it as quick as I can and you know, list them in my, catalogue them, you know, in my collection, because I use Excel to catalogue my records. And then once I've done that, I'm going to finally, after a very long time, I'm going to make the video where I talk about my record collection, because if you look up there, I've got quite a few. Ignore the cardboard tubes, they're just there to stop them from leaning too far. But I've got, now with these 4, oh, I'm very zoomed in, that's unpleasant, let's zoom out. I've now got 31 vinyl albums, not individual records. I've got more than that because obviously there's some doubles and some triples, but I've got 31 albums, and I said when I first started collecting records that I was going to make a video talking about them when I had 10. I've now got over 3 times that and haven't made the video yet, so before the end of the year, at some point in the next week, I'm going to finally make the video where I actually talk about the collection. I show off every single album I have, I get them out, I open them up. If there's a gatefold, I show you the gatefold. If there's a poster, I show you the poster, and I tell you what, just sort of do a miniature review of each album. So that'll probably be maybe an hour long or something like that. I don't know how long exactly. if you assume I spend maybe a minute talking about an album, on average, some I'll spend more talking about, some I'll spend less, about a minute, 30, so it's actually half an hour, so isn't it? So it probably won't be an hour long, but we'll find out. Whenever I make a prediction about how long a video is going to be, it's always wrong. It's either way too short or way too long, so I can't really be sure. But anyway, that is it. For that, I've got some clothes as well. This shirt is not for Christmas. I got this from a charity shop, but the trousers, which are this kind of blue, very nice material. I don't know what material it is, but I quite like it. They were a present. I've got this shirt as a present, which is this very interesting material, which I quite like. I don't know how big it is, if it's going to be big enough for me or not, but that doesn't really matter. And then if I open this up, I can show you some of the other clothes that I've got. I've got this shirt, which is actually quite similar to the one I'm wearing at the moment, but not exactly. It's got sort of a sea motif, so it's got some fish, it's got some crabs, it's got some lobsters. That's very nice. I've got another shirt, which is a kind of green. It's not kind of green, is it? Let's see, 65% polyester, 35% cotton. Very nice. This is a bit big, but you know, that's the trouble with buying stuff on eBay. You never really know, do you? Speaking of buying stuff on eBay, I've also bought 3 more books. Now, I made a promise to myself that I wasn't going to buy any more books until I'd read all the ones on my shelf. And I already broke that with that Andrei Tarkovsky book, but also I also bought Isaac Asimov's Foundation trilogy, not the original paperbacks because they go for like 3,000, but some 1966 paperbacks of the first 3 books, which were the only ones out by 1966. He released some more in the 80s. But basically, that's that. Once they arrived, I'm not going to buy any more until I've read all the ones that are on my shelf. I intend to read at least 1 book a week next year, so that's at least 52 books I'm going to read. Obviously, if I feel like reading more, I can, but I'm not going to read less. So that's that, because just this last month, I've gotten way back into reading, thanks to the Illuminatus trilogy, which I finished this month, and I've started a book called Millennium. I'm about halfway through. It's a science fiction time travel thing, which is very good so far. But anyway, I'm thinking of also doing a book update as well. You can see my books up there. I need to tidy it up. They're kind of vaguely in order, but I need to get them in some kind of proper order, which I will. And then there's just sort of some underpants in there. And a waistcoat. I get that out. Kind of waistcoat with a red lining. So that's very nice. And then I got some ties as well, which I didn't know about. These were a nice surprise. I didn't even expect to have any ties, because I've already got... Again, that's probably another video. I think I'm going to do a video talking about my tie collection. Because if I see here, now you can't really see this, but I'm going to try to show you. This is one coat hanger full of ties. Like, if I just show you this. So these are not for Christmas, but if you see, that's one coat hanger of ties. And they're all about that full. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they're mostly... A couple of those were from my dad's when I first started sort of getting into ties and wanting to wear ties. He gave me some of his, so some of those are his. But the majority of those I got from the charity shop. And then just today, for Christmas, I've got 7 more. So my ties are really starting to kind of go a bit mental. And they're not really organised. They were vaguely organised by colour, but then more recently, I just started mainly just organising them by when I got them. And then just sort of vaguely by colour, but I'm going to go through them and order them properly, and I'm going to make a video about that. So that's 3 collection videos. Only one I've actually resigned myself to making this month. Only the vinyl record video is actually going to be made this month. And then the book one, I'm never going to do a DVD one because my DVD collection is so sort of sporadic and thrown about, and most of the stuff I'm interested in I don't actually have on DVD because you can find it online, and I don't mean on streaming services, I mean in less reputable areas of the internet. But you can find it all for free, pretty much. There's only been like, in my entire history of watching stuff, I've only found like 2 things, or like 3 things at max that I couldn't find online and had to get on DVD, but pretty much everything else you can find online. And like I say, I'm not talking about streaming services like Netflix, I'm talking about for free to watch on certain websites. Which, if you're a regular viewer of the channel, you'll know I talk about these websites in the, or at least I link to these websites in the monthly updates. So if you want to watch some free films and television programs, watch the monthly updates and I'll show you how to watch stuff for free. If you want to listen to stuff for free, then just go on the website you're on now and search up a song you want to listen to, and you can listen to it for free. I'll never understand Spotify. I don't know why people pay for music when it's there for free. Anyway, have I forgotten anything else? I don't think I have. I don't think I have anything else to talk about. No. That's pretty much it. So yeah. The next time you're going to see me will be at some point later this month. When I do the vinyl record collection update. Or it won't be an update, it'll be just the first one. And then every subsequent December I'll do another one showing off all the ones I've just got that year. So this, you know, it'll be the first in the series. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys have all had a great Christmas. I've had a pretty good one. I've got a bit of toothache. I'm not sure it's actually toothache, it might just be, I don't know, gum rot or whatever. But a little bit of paracetamol and it just fades away. The magic of drugs. It's a beautiful thing. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please like, comment and subscribe. Or not.